It's Covino and Rich for Now or Never, and we welcome from the University of Utah running back Zack Moss.
Yo, what's up, Zach?
What's up, guys?
Yo, Zach,
How are you, man?
It looks like you got a propeller hat on with your ceiling fan.
You can turn it on. Turn the fan on. Hey, listen.
Yo,
Zach, there's a lot of pre-draft buzz about you, man. I'm feeling nervous for you. How are you feeling? How's that making you feel?
Honestly, man, I don't really have any expectations, where I'm going to go. I'm just still looking forward to just, the moment and the day of everything just going down. So, I'm doing good.
now thinking of that day in the moment, I'm sure you visualized what the draft would be like, and we're living in a world where everything is different now. How are you coping with that? Because I'd imagine you thought about and visualized what the draft would be like.
Yeah, it's definitely different from, growing up and, seeing it on TV and then hoping one day, you pretty much do the same thing. But now with everything, being like this virtual and all that type of stuff, it's definitely a lot different. But, I think at the end of the day, it's still the same dream and passion that I still have, even though it's all different.
Right, the dream's still going to happen just in a different way. So how do you see that playing out? Like, are you getting dressed up? Will you be with your family in that moment? How's it going to work? How do you see this happening?
So yeah, I'm still going to be with my family.
Okay.
So everything is just virtual. So we have all these cameras and all this stuff is just going to be watching us the entire time leading up until, whenever I get picked. So it's still, a pretty good moment. So I'm still just ready for it to happen.
Hey, Zach, us as fans, we're watching all these virtual drafts that are taking place, these mock drafts. Do you pay attention to that? I mean, you have to a little bit, right? To see where other people are saying you may end up?
I get tagged in a lot of stuff, and that's probably the only reason that I do see any of it. But I don't, care much for it because at the end of the day, the people who are actually picking me, I can't see their mock draft and things like that. So I try not to pay attention to it.
Is that an interesting feeling, though? Because when you are in the draft, you got to be thinking to yourself, the team that does pick you, there's a cool feeling of like, they wanted me. Is that what you got to think? Wherever you end up, you got to feel good about it because that team wanted you?
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever team is going to be, you're always going to be grateful for that team and that person who picks you, they give you the opportunity to live out your dream. So I think you're forever just indebted to them. And it's definitely going to be, special.
Hey, Zach, with all the quarantine issues that we're all facing, right? We're stuck at home. You can't do what you want to do. Did teams get a good enough look and feel for what Zack Moss is all about? Not only like, seeing you in person work out, but getting to know you, the man you are. Do you feel like teams got a good enough vibe of who you are?
Yeah, I think so. I had a lot of, these type of calls, Zoom and FaceTime with a lot of teams and a lot of the personnel. I think even at the Combine, I think I was able to relay a good message about, who I am as a person and why I play the game and things like that. So, I think I did a pretty good job on that. And I think teams do have a pretty good understanding.
And during this time, how are you maintaining, man? What sort of regimen are you on? How are you staying healthy? Tell us about that.
So I'm out here in Calabasas. I've been able to work out every single day since the Combine at this facility called Athletic Gains with my trainer. So I'm still being able to get after it. So everything for me is still, in a way, pretty normal when it comes to that.
Now, you see the position of running back a little different than it used to be valued in the draft and stuff like that. Do you see Derrick Henry and what he does in the playoffs last year and say, see, everybody, there is value in the running back position? And, was that a victory for running backs moving forward?
I think so, man. Honestly, I think running backs are a very, very important part to an offense. I mean, if you have a good running back, that makes your quarterback job a lot easier. I mean, when you can have, Derrick Henry doing what he's doing, and then, Tannehill having, less than 100 yards passing and you winning, that just speaks a lot. I think, when it comes down to injuries and, the shelf life and things like that, it's a lot that goes into it. But, I think the running back is definitely second right there next to the quarterback in importance.
A lot of people compare you to Marshawn Lynch. Do you feel like you could step in the NFL and deliver in that way, or do you think you're going to have to make a few adjustments? Are you willing to make those adjustments?
Yeah, I'm definitely willing to make a lot of adjustments to my game so that I can have the longest career and always be available to my team. I think those are the most important things is, being available for a team to use you and things like that. So, I definitely want to come in and make an impact right away. I definitely want to do it in the right ways that, benefits myself and the team.
You broke so many records in college. I think you broke like 6 of them, right? Does that sort of thing mean a lot to you, the personal accolades? Tell us about that.
I think, the 6 records that I broke at Utah is very, it's very special to me. It definitely holds a spot in my heart. But, I think at the end of the day, I would have loved to win a Pac-12 championship, over everything else. At least one, because we had 2 shots at it. If I was able to win one, and only break 1 record or no records, I think that would have been a lot better for me, just to have that championship ring.
You put expectations on yourself in any way? Like, I want to start year 1. How do you figure that out for yourself? When do you plan on starting?
Yeah, it's definitely, I'll always have a lot of expectations for myself and my performances and things like that. So, I'm definitely looking to come in and be a guy that can come in and, impact the team right away, and contribute to wins. That's the most important thing that I want to bring, as well as being a good teammate along while doing it.
Are you the guy in the clubhouse? And are you guys in the locker room? That's going to be a lot of fun. What do people get with Zack Moss? Are you an easy guy to be around in the locker room?
I would say so. I think a lot of people like to, gravitate towards me and things like that. But, I'm all about winning, and, I want to make sure that, at the end of the day, we know when time is for fun and when time is for business.
Listen, man, we're rooting for you. Continued success, and I hope you end up in a situation that fits you perfect, man. We'll be watching this week, and when you get called, we'll be rooting for you, my man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Zack Moss on Now or Never.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.